What's going on, VC? Ron back again with a quick video, or hopefully quick, as quick as I can make it, I guess. Um, some recent finds. I know I'm a little late to the game with the Barnes and Noble sale, but I've had some really good luck picking some stuff up over there at a few of the stores. They had a 50% off sale. But right after Christmas, they started marking a lot of their older stock down. Excuse me. And so I got word of that. Steve Carlson actually was the person that kind of tipped me off to it. I saw his post on the YouTube vinyl community page. So I thought, well, I'm going to check that out and see what that's all about. And man, they had still had some pretty good stuff. So went and checked that out, and just wanted to share some of the things I picked up from that. So we're listening to the best of Talk Talk. A little bit of glare there. Absolutely love Talk Talk. This is a great best of collection. And if you don't know Talk Talk, you should really check them out. The Color of Spring is probably my favorite album by them. That was kind of their transitional record. But man, just a great band, great music, good stuff. So if you don't know Talk Talk, check them out. So, well, let's get to the finds. Like I said, these are all from Barnes & Noble, and they were all 50% off. So most of them were around $10. Some were 15. I think there was one that might have been around 17, but pretty reasonable. I don't shop at Barnes & Noble for vinyl usually ever. I mean, unless I had a gift card or something like that, just because their prices are so high. But at 50% off, it was kind of hard to resist. Anyway, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the finds here. The first one I picked up was David Bowie, Reality. Had a really nice package of that album, kind of a trifold. But yeah, great Bowie album. I was really happy to find that one. It's a really orange vinyl, I believe, if I recall. Yeah, it's like an orangish yellow vinyl. I thought that was really cool. It was great. So I think it's his 23rd album, which, man, 23 albums, that's quite a career he had. Still miss him today, so love Bowie. And Reality, that's a good one. So it's really happy to find that. I couldn't believe that was in the 50% off pile. So next one up is Massive Attack, Blue Lines. It's their debut. It's kind of a hip hop group from, I think, Manchester, I believe. But their second album, I think, Mezzanine, has Tracy Thorn from Everything But the Girl doing a song or two on there. And absolutely love Everything But the Girl and just Tracy Thorn's vocals. But she is not on this one. But this is a good one nonetheless. Kind of delves into some trip hop type areas. So really good debut from Massive Attack. So I was happy to find that there. And some of these I haven't even had a chance to open. We're in the process of moving, so that's fun. I'm learning more and more that moving is definitely a young man's game. So the older I get, the more I feel that. So anyway, so some of these are not opened yet, but like I said, just want to kind of share what I found there. This was the Brian Wilson anthology. A little bit of glare there. So it's just kind of an anthology, just spanning, like, I think from 88 to 2005, I believe. But it just kind of covers about 9 of his solo albums. And there's a couple, well, I mean, it's Brian Wilson, so it's going to be really good, I think. But that's just my opinion. And that means I'd probably get you a cup of coffee, if that. Anyway, the Brian Wilson anthology, really good find there. And I was happy to find that one. And next up, found Danny Harrison's debut album, In Parallel. And I actually got to see Danny Harrison open for Electric Light Orchestra last year. and was really impressed with his band and just his music. He's very Peter Gabriel-esque, a lot of electronic, some sampling, and just a lot of really ethereal sounding stuff. But man, this is actually really good. I actually have had a chance to listen to this, and I recognized a few of the songs that he had done live when he opened for ELO last year. But yeah, this was a good find. Dhani Harrison, George Harrison's son, in Parallel. And I was really happy to find this one. This is just a great sounding record. The CD always sounded good, but I actually heard this in a shop that I go to here in Columbus, and I was just like, man, that just sounds so amazing on vinyl. Is k.d. lang's Ingenue. And this is the 25th anniversary edition. So there's a few, there's a second album with MTV Unplugged session on there, and I have not heard that yet. But the studio portion of the album, man, it just sounds phenomenal on vinyl. Just sounds really good. So I was really happy to find this one. I liked Shadowland, okay, her first record, but this album just, I don't know, there was something about this album when it came out. It was just something about the tone of it. Ben Mink, who produced Geddy Lee's solo album, produced this, and I just really liked what he did with a lot of the instrumentation. It's got kind of a, I guess, kind of almost like a burlesque, I guess, kind of feel to it, some of the songs. And some of them even have kind of a feel where they would probably fit in well in the Lawrence Welk show. But it works, and it's just a really, really good album. So I was really happy to pick that up. k.d. lang's Ingenue. Next up, another good find. I was really happy to find this one. This is Paul McCartney's Flowers in the Dirt. Great solo album from Paul McCartney. This is probably one of my favorite McCartney albums, solo records. He's got Elvis Costello on there. David Gilmour shows up on a couple songs, I believe. I know when they recorded this, there was a lot of friction between him and Elvis Costello. So it was kind of a short-lived partnership. But in that short time of being together and writing, this is a masterpiece, I think. So. And it's one of the McCartney Archive collection editions. So there's the gatefold. And yeah, just a really good, like I said, this is my favorite McCartney solo album. Just Motor of Love, just a great song. And it's got some additional demos that he and Elvis Costello put together, and is on this. It's on the second record, I think. Yeah, it's on the bonus disc. So anyway, Paul McCartney's "Flowers in the Dirt," and then next picked up a copy of "Pop" from U2. Was really happy to find that one. Was looking for Zooropa, but couldn't find that one, and was kind of hoping to find Everything You Can't Leave Behind. That's probably my favorite, more recent U2 album, but I do like Pop. A lot of the more house sound that they were getting, I guess, the dance beats and the techno type material that they did on this. I really like it. It's got I really like, I think, Mofo. And If God Will Send His Angels, good stuff. Last Night on Earth, just great stuff on here. I mean, it's U2, so you're not really going to go wrong with that. So I was really happy to find that. So I got a copy of U2's Pop at half off. Next up, this is a really cool find. I was really happy to find this one. It's Taj Mahal and Keb Mo. Their collaboration. This is a really good blues record by two very good blues artists. It's a little bit more produced than I would like, as far as like their style. I think Taj Mahal and both Ketmo probably are better received and better appreciated live. Just the raw aspect of their music, more bluesy. This has got a lot more polish on it, but it's still good. They do a cover of, it's a John Mayer song, Waiting on the World to Change. And it's good. I probably like John Mayer's version a little bit better, but the overall record is really good by two really good blues artists. So Taj Mahal and Ketmo. Next up here, trying to complete my Cheap Trick collection. So I got their Bang Zoom Crazy Hello album. This is the one that was released not soon after they were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and has Rick Nielsen's son playing drums instead of Bunny Carlos. But it's a good record. It's solid. It's a good Cheap Trick album. They also had Woke Up with a Monster there. I didn't pick that one up yet. The cover is a little freaky, but it's the one with the clown and the scantily clad woman on the front. But this one I picked up. It was $10, and like I said, I'm trying to complete my Cheap Trick collection. So that was a nice find there. And I didn't have absolutely nothing from this artist in my collection. So when I saw this, I thought I definitely want to pick this up. But it was 2017's Jesus and Mary Chain, Damage and Joy. And I haven't had a chance to open this yet. I've listened to a few things online or streaming through Spotify, and I like it. It's definitely their music. It's their style. But I'm looking forward to breaking this out and putting it on the turntable and checking it out. So, but yeah, I was really happy to find this one, Damage and Joy, Jesus and Mary Chain. And this next one, it's a little bit of a different direction for him. It's Ray LaMontagne, Supernova. Sorry, the hype sticker is in the way there. But Ray LaMontagne's Supernova. This was produced by Dan Auerbach from the Black Keys. And he kind of takes it in a little bit of a different direction, Ray's music. Whereas like Trouble and his second album and even third album was a little more rootsy, a little more acoustic based. There's definitely some acoustic instrumentation on here, but it's got more of that retro feel, I guess, that Dan Auerbach likes to do. I know with Shannon in Nashville, that album by Shannon Shaw, which is a great album, by the way. I know he did a lot of that on that record too. It's just more of a retro, like kind of a 60s almost. I mean, this album would fit well into a 60s pop type vein. But still, it's a great listen. I did break this one open and listen to it because I love Ray LaMontagne. So Supernova, good find there. And then this one was also a nice surprise. It's Margo Price, All American Made. She's a singer-songwriter, country, kind of a newer country artist, sort of. I mean, not mainstream country, but more of a traditional country artist. And this is a really good album by her. I love her voice. She has kind of that. There's some parts of it that remind me of Gillian Welch. But overall, I mean, she's her own artist. She's her own. She has her own style. But I really like this album a lot. I've listened to this a couple times, and it's a really solid listen. So, Margo Price, All American Made. And next up, another Beatle, George Harrison's 33 1/3. And this is a good one. It's probably one of his most melodic records, I think, that he did. Really good album, and I was really happy to find this one in the 50% off bin there at Barnes & Noble. So let's see if it's got. Nothing special on it. It's just remastered. Just a remastered edition of this album. So 33 1/3 by George Harrison. This is probably one of my favorites, right next to Cloud 9 that he did. That was one of his latter one right after he was in the Traveling Wilburys. But this is a good one nonetheless. So that was a good find there. Sorry, I feel like I'm rambling on there. And then the last one I found, which is I thought was a really good one too, kind of going along the lines of the country Americana vein. Steve Earle and Shawn Colvin, their album that they did together. Really like both of them a lot. Shawn Colvin she's probably one of my favorite female singer-songwriters, and Steve Earle's just a awesome craftsman at what he does, songwriting-wise. So I was really happy to find that one. Can't wait to put this one on the turntable. And so those are my finds from Barnes & Noble. I was really happy to get there and check out what they had. If you haven't had a chance to do that, I'd highly encourage you to do it. They do have quite a bit of stuff left. I was actually surprised how much stuff they had left. I was there probably a couple weeks ago, and they still had quite a few good albums left. So if you haven't had a chance to check that out, please do that. And I really wish that albums would come back down to that price. I think that's more of an affordable and more reasonable price for records. It seems like, $35, $25 for an album just seems a little. The more you see it, it's like, man, I know there's costs that go into things, but just really wish they would kind of come down a little bit. That was nice to see that, at least for the time that they're having the 50% off sale. So anyway, that's my rant and my ramble. So hopefully you guys are doing well out there in the VC. If you'd like, please hit the subscribe button and hit the like button if you would, or the dislike, whichever one. It doesn't bother me either way. Just throwing that out there. So anyway, hope you guys are doing well, and talk to you soon. Thanks a lot, VC.